Hi, my name is Rebecca and I'm here to do this presentation talking about the skeleton system. Which now we're talking about the anatomy and the study structure of the body. And we start with showing the human body, and we will focus on the skeleton system and the structure included. We're going to talk about the major functions of the skeletal system, which is protection, with protection the organs, and the support with the muscular system, the movement with the muscles, and the storage with the minerals and ions, and the hemopoiesis, blood formation. So the skeletal system includes 206 bones, and the cartilage with ligaments, other connective tissue. The bones support the muscles, help with the movement of the body. And they also the calcium, phosphorus, and the key with the blood formation. Here's the matrix of the bone, is the calcium phosphate. And the next one I would like to point is the calcium hydroxide for the crystal of hydroxyapatite, and also fiction and the hiding of the bones by minerals. And another one I like to point is the compacted bone makes up 80% of the human body. And the sponge bone contains a bone marrow from the blood formation. Now here I like to point also the protection is a vital tissue such as heart and the lung and the brain. The support maintain the posture and the movement by the point attachment of the muscles activity delivers. The storage is for the minerals such as the calcium, phosphorus, and the hemopoiesis. Hemopoiesis is in which the process of the blood formation with the core the red bone marrow. Here we have an example of some bones. I like to talk about it. And this one here on the top called the long bone, which is the femur, which is the biggest bone our human body. And also I like to talk about the flat bone. The flat bone is called parietal bone from the root of the skull. And also I like this one too, is the irregular bone. It's also called, it's from skull too, but called sphenoid bone. And the short bone called carpal or durus bone. Okay? Let's go first with the long bone. The long bone serves livers and shaft contains the medullary cavity. Example, phalanges, tibia, and fibula. The femur has ulna and humerus. This one here, we talk about the short bone. The short bone is small cube with more than one bone. Okay, which here this picture shows in the hands, which is lots like little small bones, which we have just in the hands here. We have the short bones also together to provide the shock opposition of the included carpus and tarsal. Here, if you see the phalanges, is the tiny little one bones, and the metacarpals, this one here in the bottom, and the carpals with the rest like we talked before. So, and this one here in the bottom come like the ulna, that's the component that one, and the hiatus. Okay, and now the flat bone. The flat bones generally provide protection and include the hyoid, ribs, sternum, and scapula. This is the scapular bone, which is flat. And the next one now is the irregular bone. The irregular bones serve a varied purpose. I include the bones throughout the entire maxilla. And here is the spinal cord, and shows here is the body for the irregular shaped bone. This is the face joint here, which is like show, and the spicinous process too, which is like back the spine. Now we talk about the sesame bone. Is the small bone provide protection as well, improve the mechanism advance the muscular tendinoid units. The flexor tendons of the great toe, thumb, and ankle and hand, which like we thought before, the other picture shows hands also too, and for the hands and also for the toes too, we have the phalanges.